Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and to another Transformers review. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Studio Series number 83 Soundwave figure from the Bumblebee movie. This is one that I have been quite looking forward to getting, so fingers crossed he's good. But let's have a look around the box, and as always on the front we've got this nice picture from the film. That looks great. I really like the way that looks. And it's just the usual Studio Series bump on the front, Bumblebee movie on the top there. Around this side, again, it's that nice piece of artwork and an Autobot symbol, because obviously why? I just still don't understand that. On the back we've got some product shots and what you can do with the included backdrop. And on this side just says Studio Series 83, a bit more of that picture. Bumblebee movie on the top, loads of guff on the bottom, and that's about it for the box. So let me crack him open and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here's Soundwave out of his box, and I will admit I've had a few days in between filming the first bit and this bit to have a little play around with him, and for the most part I really like him. His robot mode is brilliant. I really like it. I'm not sold on the alt mode though, but we'll get to that when we get to it. As always, let's have a look what he comes with. And yeah, I mean, he comes with instructions, because they all come with instructions except for my Earthrise Nemesis Prime, which inexplicably didn't. Yeah, I mean, they're instructions, you know by now. They're all the same. They're just purple and grey. So yeah, instructions he has, and he has the backdrop. And this, I believe, is the same backdrop that all of the Studio Series Bumblebee movie figures have come with. I think the only difference is that this one just has, I can't see it, has 83 written on it. Still can't see it because my light was bouncing off it, but trust me, it is there. He comes with his shoulder cannon, which is quite nice. It's nicely done. There we go. It's got some nice detailing in it. In here, I have to say, it does look pretty nice. There's a little bit of paint on it. There's not, you know, there's not loads of paint on it, but I'm not entirely sure if this is painted or moulded. I think, yeah, I think it's moulded in that colour. There's a bit there. So it looks quite nice. You can move this up and down, so if you do want him to hold it as a handheld weapon, you can do that. You can't plug it in though on his shoulder by that peg. It has to go in this one at the back. Don't think it doesn't rotate or anything. No, this one doesn't. So you get that, and then you get a blaster. And at first I thought this was painted black, but it's not. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but it's actually a brown. And the shade of brown that they chose to paint it in is it's interesting. I personally wouldn't have gone for that particular shade, but oh well, there you go. But the colour aside, it's quite nicely done. It's got some, I don't know what all this fluff is. I don't know. It's not cat hair, because my cats are black, so little bits of fluff on it. But yeah, it's quite well detailed. There's some nice little moulding pieces in here. Moulding pieces, that doesn't sound right, you know what I mean. I gotta stop doing these things at night. But yeah, you get the idea. It looks pretty good. It's quite nice. I don't know if you can use a blast effect with it. I never thought to check. I'll have a rummage around in a minute, see if I've got a blast effect to hand, and we'll see if it will work with that. But yeah, it's just moulded in the blue and then it's painted in the brown, which again, the colour is inexplicable to me, but there we go. But yeah, it's quite nicely done otherwise. But let's have a look at the figure itself, and yeah, I do like it. I do. I think it's really nicely done, given the size. It's got a nice face. Visor done in red as well, which I always appreciate. And you've got this clear bit at the front, and I like that it's painted behind, so it just sort of gives it a more sort of 3D effect. I don't know how well it's coming off on the camera, but Yeah, it looks just a bit more, it has like a bit more depth to it this way, I feel. None of this crotch piece moves, but it's all nicely done. Again, you've got like, well, you've got a play button one side, and I suppose you could pretend that's a rewind button on the other side. But you've got a few bits painted out, picked out in paint. It's not completely devoid of paint. I like the white for the arms and the legs. It's a really nice bright white, you know, because sometimes they'll do white and it's sort of off and it doesn't really look very nice. This is really good though, it pops really well. And then again, as I said, there's quite a bit of moulding on these figures. It's very, very well done. You can see some on the insides here. There's bits on the knees. And you've got some on the legs. This is nice. I like this inside the knee here. I think this looks very good here. It's just a shame that it's not picked out in paint. It would have been nice if they'd put some silver on there. It's not a huge issue, but it would have been nice. And then going up, and there is some silver on this elbow piece though. Let's see there. And then there's the back. And the back's really well detailed as well, actually. It does look really nice. There's some bits of paint down the bottom there. So yeah, overall, it's a really nicely done figure. It's nicely moulded. I do like that, and the paint, where the paint is applied quite well. Alright, so you can open the front. There's a little eject button up here that you can push, and that works really well actually, and you can hear that. Really nicely done. There's a very strong spring just there. It's pretty cool. Now, for putting stuff in his chest, he doesn't come with anything. You have to buy Ravage separately, which does kind of irk me a bit given the price of this figure. At least we got a rewind with the recent Blaster release. So what can you get in there? Well, I've got this is a knockoff, but it's masterpiece sized buzzsaw. I mean, you can put it in that way, I guess. No, that's not going to go. It's too big. I mean, it was always going to be too big anyway, but I had thought that, well, maybe you could put some of the War for Cybertron cassettes in there. This is the one that came with Blaster. This is, of course, Eject, and no, it doesn't fit. And that's a shame. That is a shame. It would have been nice if you could have put those in there, but no, you can see it's just too big. Yeah, that is a shame. I mean, I know why they've done it. They've done it so that we all have to go out and buy the core class Ravage that will fit in there. I'm not going to do that. I mean, I might get it eventually, but I'm not paying 13 quid for a figure that should have effectively come with the figure it lives in. But, you know, it's up to you whether or not you buy it. But for me, no. I'll get it when it's cheap, but I'm not paying 13 quid for it, that's for sure. But right, anyway, that's that. So what else? Let's do the articulation. And yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty well articulated. His head is on a rotational joint and a hinge. So we can look up that far, look down that far. So not too much, but you know, it's a little bit. The arms do rotate. They do. Don't get it caught on that bit there, and go in and out, and I've done that again. Come here. It's got a rotation joint at the bicep. There is also some movement underneath that piece there. He does have, I think it's a double joint. Is it a double joint? No, it's not. I thought it was a double joint. Yeah, it is a double joint. Right, that looks like a double joint to me, but it doesn't feel like it wants to go. That's interesting. Let me try the other side. Yeah, it is a double joint. It just doesn't want to go on that side. So you get to there. That's how much you get to there. There's nothing at the waist. Well, I mean, there's a bit of sort of wiggle here, but you can't really do anything with it because you'd have to lift that up. But yeah, okay. I mean, if you want to lift that up, I guess you can do the rotation there. Sorry, I realised it's gone out of focus. So again, lifting that out of the way, legs can go out to the front and to the back and that far to the side. It does have some rotation, and then he does have double joints at the knees, and you can move this bit as well, this kneecap piece that will go with, and his toes will go forwards, up, and he does have ankle tilt and rotation. So yeah, sorry I messed that bit up. I've been playing with this for a couple of days and I didn't even notice. Yeah, it's got a little bit of that, and oh yeah, if you move it out of the way you can... Look, at least I'm honest with you, aren't I? Eh? So there we go. So let's give him his weapons, and this one just tabs into here. I mean, you can put it in that side if you want to, but it's always been this side, hasn't it? So just that'll go in there, and you can give him his gun, and that'll go in there. So yeah, I do feel like he feels like he's not quite complete without the Ravage. So I'm really bummed that we didn't get the Ravage with him, but oh well. There we go. And now this is something I didn't try, but can he? I don't think he can. I was going to see if he could reach that ejection button like all the other Soundwaves, but no, he's not going to do that. That's a little bit too far for him. Oh, that's a shame. But speaking of other Soundwaves, let me put him there for a moment. And I have got Earthrise Soundwave for a bit of a comparison. Good gravy, he's so much shorter. He does look tidgy in comparison, which makes the chest thing even weirder. Though, for some reason now, Earthrise's chest looks way too big. I've just noticed it just looks huge now. No, it's right, it's fine, leave it, it's fine. So there's that, and I don't know how many of you will have seen the review for this, but it's the Mechanical Alliance Soundwave, which is humongous, and doesn't want to stand, because of course. Well, you can see his chest there. But there you go, that gives you a general idea. I didn't bring down the 301 because that's just an unfair comparison, but not with this piece of crap. I think there's a fair comparison with this piece of garbage. Yeah, it's... I like the design here better, I think. There's a few bits I would have preferred done differently on the Studio series, but I mean, given the price difference, I mean, this was far too expensive for what it is, but that's neither here nor there at the moment. But yeah, at least I did get a Ravage with that, so yeah, swings roundabouts. But I just thought I'd bring it down because it's the only other one I've got, except for the 3.0. But like I say, that's an unfair comparison, isn't it? So right. And you'll have to excuse me if the camera work is a bit dodgy because I'm still getting used to my new huge tripod. So, right, let's get to the transformation then, shall we? Right, so we'll start by taking the arm cannon off. So let's pull that out. That does hold on really well, by the way. And then we're going to come to the head, and we just want to rotate that all the way around. Come around to the back. And then just flip open these arm panels here, like so, and then just rotate the hands in, so that side, like so, and then you want to flip up this panel here, and the same with the other side, here also, like so. come around to the front, and then what you're going to do is you want this piece here is going to go to the back of his head. So the instructions give you all a sort of a fangled way of getting around it, but I found that it's easier if you just rotate this piece around like so, and then bring it up, and then you can see just in here we've got a little hole there. It's meant to clip onto these tabs here. I can't seem to get mine to stay tabbed in, it just keeps popping back out, but it's meant to go in there, so just put that in there. See what I mean? It just sort of doesn't really hold. Tried rotating that around and everything, I just cannot get it to sort of hold in place. Just anyway, it kind of does its job anyway. And then what we're going to do here is you're going to rotate these arms, and then you see you've got a tab here that's going to go into this tab hole here. So just rotate those down and around and just tab that into there like so. And then we do the same on the other side, so just rotate that around, try and get it clipped in. Probably won't, but you know, give it the good old British try. And then bring that round and just tab that in there like so, and that's that for the moment. Then we're going to come down to the legs, and you rotate them inwards at the thigh joint like so, and then you want to take this piece and rotate it outwards, and then there's another piece that you're going to bring out also like so, and do the same on the other side. This side's tight for me like so, and then you want to rotate these around, and what's going to happen is these bits are going to end up on the inside is how you want them. So you're going to bring that around like so, just like that, and then just fold the foot out of the way for the minute. I'm going to come back to that in a moment. Bring that all the way around like so, and then you're going to fold this piece back up like that, and then do the same on the other side. So rotate that around, foot out of the way. Bring it around, rotate that up, and then you're gonna squash these two pieces together like so, and then the whole thing is gonna rest up against here with this tab here going into this piece here. I don't know how well you can see that, but basically you want to shift that up. It's supposed to shift up another, and then it comes and it comes untapped again as you're shifting. It's probably just me, you know me, I try and do these for you, but I'll be honest, I'm not very good at transforming stuff. And then what you're going to do here is you're going to rotate the feet around, and there's a tab here that's going to go into here, so you rotate that all the way around, and the same on the other side like so, and then hopefully that should just go in there like so. And then that pops everything else out. Oh crikey! So it's just yep, just go. Yeah, little sod. Oh, it's because that bit's popped apart again. All right. It's all a bit of, for me anyway, it's all a bit of trying to get stuff in the right places. There we go. I think I've got it now. No, now it's come out that side. Oh, for goodness sake. Get in. Oh, for God's sake. I had it before I started filming. I had it, and now it just doesn't want to bloody go. Alright. Then you've got to bring these bits forward, because that makes it look less daft. And then the last bit is to unfold this piece here. You see it's on a double joint there. lift this piece up, rotate this, and then fold the whole lot down again. And this is supposed to, there's a tab there that's meant to, excuse me, there's a tab hole there that's meant to go on that tab there, and yeah, I mean, if you can get it to go, there we go. And that, I think, if it's all stayed in place, which it has more or less, and that's about going to do it for me, because frankly this thing annoys me. There's the thing mode. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to transform that Mechanical Alliance one again, because it just looks dumb. But this makes that look fantastic. It's just, I mean, it doesn't look like anything. And then underneath you can quite clearly see what's going on there and why those have come out again. It's not doing anything for me. I think all has been said about this now. I think my favourite one was from Bolt Matrix, who said that he thought it looked like a flying sandwich, and he's not far off, is he? It kind of does look just like a slice of bread, a very blue slice of bread, yet a slice of bread anyway. It just looks dumb. It just doesn't look like anything. So, oh, sorry, rudely interrupted by my mum there telling me that Kate and Koji is on at 9 o'clock. Okay. She tries to be really quiet, but in being quiet she's really noisy. Anyway, sorry. I think this is the last time it's going to see this mode, honestly. I don't care for it. I think it just looks daft, and frankly it's lazy. It's like we've got to find an alt mode for Soundwave, and it can't be a cassette deck, so what's it going to be? Oh, let's just fold him up and say that's actually, they haven't even named it. They haven't even said what they think it's supposed to be, so I don't know. But it's not for me. I don't care for it. But it is what it is. So, and I've got nothing to compare it to. Like I said, the other one looked like a brick in another way. But and you know, there's no real comparison to the Earthrise alt mode either, is there? So there's not really very much I can compare it to. Earthrise Kingdom. Oh God, I've forgotten already. Stupid subline names. But yeah, so I don't know, guys. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Do you like it? Do you think it looks like a good alt mode, or do you think they could have done something different? I don't have anything else to say about this. Oh, actually, I do, don't I? I've got a you can put these on the alt mode. In places. If you fold that up, you can put that one in there, and you can put the blaster in that side if you want to, or you can put them in that hole, or you can put them in anywhere that there's a 5mm port, so any other screw holes basically, except for them two. Well, you can't really put them, well, I suppose you could put them on his arms. Does that make it look any better? Does it? No. It still looks daft. Yeah. It's a bit tight, that one. No, okay, yeah, there we go. That's, no, it's still not doing anything for me now. I still think it looks daft. That's it, I think. Like I said, I've got nothing else to say about it. I like the robot mode. I think the robot mode is brilliant. It looks great. I've little to no complaint with the robot mode, but I just don't like the alt mode. Anyway, I think that's it. As always, thank you for watching. Do take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.